We welcome back Monica McNutt. Monica, what an ending to that game last night, from the missed free throws to Chelsea Gray with not one but two game-winning shots, or game-tying shots, I should say, as well in the first case. What was your reaction to how it all went down?
What an incredible game. I mean, there's so many thoughts running through my mind in the course of this game, because at one point, the Aces were down 20 points in the first half. They make a comeback. They take a lead. The game is seesawing. They got up double digits in the third and in the early parts of the fourth. And I was commending the Fever for their comeback, for their fortuitiveness, if you will, in terms of potentially winning that ball game. And then Chelsea Gray, not once, but twice, hits crazy shots. And I think as I'm watching this, both of these teams are in the conversation of contenders. Now, I do have a different tier to my contenders, but this is why, no matter how the Aces might look, one, they have a four-time MVP on their team, but they just have a pedigree and a knack for turning it on in the second half of the season and finding out ways to win. And Chelsea Gray demonstrated that in big-time fashion last night.
That's the thing. They were left for dead last season, and then they closed in spectacular fashion and just blew the rest of the league away. I'm curious, on the Fever side of the ball, we all think Caitlin Clark, but when it comes down to the end of the game, is she the foregone conclusion as to the player who should have the ball in their hands, or is there a better option?
You know, Fortenbaugh, the nature of sport is always to reflect and analyze your options. This is interesting because, yes, Caitlin Clark has the green light. Kelsey Mitchell also can make plays like this, but what is unique here is you're looking at her going up head-to-head versus a multi-time defensive player of the year in the league in A'ja Wilson. And so that was a really, really difficult matchup. Now, if she had come down and hit one of her long threes, obviously we're looking at this thing very differently. But I think when you have the speed, the power, the ability, the scoring ability of both Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Caitlin Clark, like, I'm sure that as they discussed this, as Caitlin admitted, the free throws were a big deal. And there probably was an option that they maybe should have been exploring in that moment otherwise. But we always have the opportunity to go back and look at it. A'ja Wilson made a hell of a defensive play, and then Chelsea Gray hits a big shot.
As great as that game was, it wasn't the only game in the W last night. Monica, sit tight, because I want to get to another one we should be looking at here. Sparks taking on the Lynx. Final seconds, first half. Olivia Miles, she's going to get to the wing. Sinking the three at the buzzer, fired up. Look at that. Great move, great step back. Lynx are going to take an 8-point lead into the half. Miles is going to score 23 in the game. Let's jump to the fourth. Game tied at 79. Cameron Brink, the catch, knocking down from the mid-range. Sparks are going to grab a lead. Next Lynx possession, 81-79. Missing the three. Nafisa Collier grabbing the board, kicking it out to Kayla McBride. She's going to knock down the three. Lynx up one. Under 3 minutes remaining. Sparks trailing by one. They're in transition. Just the great feed and trail there for the layup. Under 2 minutes to go. The Sparks again. The dribble, the step, the shot, pull-up jumper. Sparks are going to hold on to win this one, 89-82. Now, despite the loss, the Lynx are the current title favorites at even money plus 100. The Aces trail behind at plus 425. Monica McNutt, slide back in. Would you pick the Lynx or the field to win the title this season?
Oh, Fortenbaugh, you're really doing this to me. I still got to go field, but my aforementioned tiers of contenders, the Lynx are at the top in a category by themselves based on how they've played so far in the season. And that's even given the loss last night. They have been terrific both by the metrics of offensive rating and defensive rating. And Olivia Miles has been a vision. I mean, she's been so fantastic. And all they did for Fortenbaugh since the couple of games before the All-Star break is add an MVP candidate and Nafisa Collier back into the fold. And so just for folks that maybe might be recently tuning into the Minnesota Lynx, they are incredibly talented and they have legitimately one of the best coaches in the league. They're only going to continue to get better as we approach playoffs.
Tremendous insight as always. McNutt, we love you. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Enjoy your weekend. We've got WNBA action for you tomorrow. Speaking of the weekend, as the Indiana Fever face the Chicago Sky, 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC and the ESPN app. WNBA Countdown gets things started at 3.